Hello guys, what's up? Thank you for enrolling in this video training, and this is specifically focusing on the framework which I use for my clients, which is the anchor replacement formula. Okay, and this was very useful for my clients because they got much results into replacing their reframing their thoughts, reframing their negative energies which were stuck with them in their childhood stories. Okay, so let me give you an example. So basically my clients, they were suffering from depression, and they were suffering from a negative outlook in their life as they were living in their past. Okay, so they had some stories which were really which really had shattered them. Okay, and I helped them in evaluating their stories. Okay, I helped them in removing the negative words out of the stories, and replacing the negative words and creating a very positive statement over it. Okay, so this is how I help my clients in getting over their past and removing those blocks which were creating a hindrance in what they wanted to do in their life and whatever their goals they had in their life. So basically my clients are suffering from the limitations they were having. Okay, so I made it very crystal clear from them, very simplified, by helping them in remembering about their past. Okay, by helping them in getting those stories, the childhood stories in which they were in which they had created a negative perception. Okay, so I help my clients in creating replacing that negative perception. So I'll be teaching you how you can also do. Okay, so the first step will be, so I will request you guys to keep a notebook or a application handy, so you can just take down some notes. Okay, which will help you in doing this exercise. Okay, so this is what I call is the anchor replacement formula. Okay, so why do I call it as anchor? Okay, so anchors are those themes, okay, which are the subjects of their story. Okay, anchors are the thing, anchors are those words, okay, which make you feel attached in a very negative way. Okay, so for example, I will give you my example. Okay, so my story was like, in the childhood, in the society, I had a great rapport with my friends who were girls. Okay, there were two girls and we were having great rapport with, and we used to play and we used to have fun, and I used to do a lot of things to make them laugh, to impress them, because I had sort of a crush on them. Okay, so so I used to try much harder to impress them. Okay? I used to write things so that I could appear cool. I used to write down in my notebook, okay, and in my diary, and I used to write down all the dialogues of Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan, and all that to impress them. So, and I used to create some stories, some anecdotes, or some of the other things, so that I could tell them and they could make. I used to try very hard so these girls would laugh. Okay, so as it was going great, I had a really certain good impression on these girls. Okay, but one day, as it happened, I don't know, some lunatic thought came in my mind or something like that. I started blabbering like anything. I was literally sort of abusing, if you can say, like in Mumbai, people do abuse, and to make certain impression, to just abuse, they want to appear cool, they want to create a sort of an attitude or something like that. So they abuse, or they want to feel cool. So that was my same outlook in those days in my childhood. Okay, and as it happened, like, I started blabbering, I started abusing, and these girls didn't like it. Okay, these girls didn't like it. Okay, and I still remember this memory. It's quite vivid in my mind as to what had happened. Okay, So I started abusing them, and they didn't like it, and and from the next day they stopped talking to me. Okay, so that was my first encounter in which uh, I was being abandoned. Okay, that created an abandonment issue in me. That created an abandonment anchor in me. Okay, so you're getting it. Like, this abandonment thing is like, we have this fear of abandonment, that people will reject us, people will show their back to us, and the people wouldn't talk to us. So from there till now, even now sometimes, like, I do things so that people don't abandon me. Okay, but now I have realized that people will abandon us for various reasons. Okay, it's not related to myself. Okay, so this particular situation had to be given a new perception. Okay? It had to create a new, means I had to do something to create a new perception in me, so that I am coming out of the guilt which was being offered to me through this incident. Okay, so I hope you guys are getting it. So first, how do you identify those memories? Okay, you can identify those memories by doing a time travel method. Okay, in which you sense out your past. Okay, you sense out your past by having some sort of a neurosynaptic connection with those memories. Okay, you need to sense out your memories using your five senses: your sight, the smell, sounds. Okay, these are three of the senses. Okay, and by hearing, sound, sight, okay, smell. Okay, so these are some of the senses which you can use, in which it can help you at least getting some parts of the story which are in your childhood. Is definitely there in your subconscious mind, for sure, but you need to recollect those, you need to retrieve those from your subconscious mind. Okay, and that's how you get some parts of it, and then you later on it creates a bigger picture. You get all of the stories, you get everything. So the first is recalling. You recall it. Okay, the second is you can get it to the emotion which you mostly have. It's a recurring emotion. For example, it will be like it will be like guilt. Okay, so guilt will help you getting some of the events from your past life. Okay, so guilt was a prime anchor for me. Okay, in this situation, so guilt made me remember this past situation. Okay, and third is diving into your old you can say some old item or old collection of things which will help you remember some of the events from your childhood. Okay, like for example, I can give you an example, like I have a small video game. Okay, that helped me in remembering some of the incidents in childhood, or you can say there was one diary in which I used to write down the dialogues. As I told you that I used to write down dialogues to impress girls, and also that diary helped me remember this incident which I just told you about this thing. Okay, so this is how you remember your childhood memories. Or you can do one thing: you can catch your childhood friend. That is the best way. You can catch your childhood friend and you can discuss. Okay, he must be remembering more than you. Okay, you might be remembering something of his. Okay, that's also how I got some of the events. Okay, so this is how you retrieve those memories from your childhood. So this is the ways you can use to retrieve the memories. Now we talk about the anchor replacement formula. So what is exactly anchor replacement formula? So the anchors for me in this situation was fear of abandonment. Okay, guilt, shame. Okay, acceptance, because I did these things. Okay, I did some things to get an attention, and that attention the underlying factor for that intention was acceptance. I wanted them hard to accept me. I wanted them pretty much harder, that they would accept me, and I would have done anything, and I did something which was total rubbish, okay, but I forgave myself in the process after some time. So these anchors, you remove all these anchors, okay, like fear of abandonment, guilt, shame, because these are driving you, okay. We need to replace it, okay. So how do you replace it? Okay, so you have to create a statement. Okay, out of this anchors, maybe positive or negative, whatever. You can create a statement. So my statement for this anchors will be I did something for so and so to get an acceptance. Okay, I abused these girls to get attention and acceptance. Okay, being innocent. Get it? I did this function so that I could get acceptance and attentions, and it was in my sheer innocence. Okay, you create a statement. Now you replace this statement. Okay, you replace this statement by saying like, you understand yourself. Okay, you forgive yourself. Okay, you understand, you forgive, you accept yourself first in the process, that whatever happened for good. Okay, this is, I'm just telling you, I'm just laying the foundation of the anchor replacement formula. Okay, so you understand, you forgive and accept yourself, and now you create a statement which is a positive one. Okay, so I understand that you guys might be thinking like, oh, what positive crap, I don't need positivity, or positivity is shit, I'm with reality and reality is the real thing and all this stuff. I can understand, even I was thinking that way. Okay, but this is how it is, like you have to replace it to something positive. Okay, that you create a statement and you replace it with something positive. Okay, so in this scenario I will say like, I was completely innocent, and I had good intentions to make this girls feel entertained. Okay, so this is how you can bring about your positive points. I was a great entertainer, and I made it happen, and it was definitely my sheer emotions which made me do that mistake. So you empathize yourself, you understand yourself, you forgive yourself. Okay, so this is how you replace. Okay, like I was doing so and so in a positive manner to bring a so and so out. Okay, so you need to replace it, to replace the statement into a positive one. Okay, first we brought down the anchors. Okay, second we created a statement, a normal statement, and then we flipped it, okay, into a positive one. So I, in sheer innocence, tried to entertain these girls, to make them laugh, and I was cheerful and happy. You get it, right? It's that simple. So this is the anchor replacement formula which I implied for my clients, and they got really good effects, and they brought down all their stories, and they created a statement, and they replaced it, and they now see it with a different angle. Okay, they see it with a new perception. Okay, because the negative things are solved. The negative things, whatever that did happen, maybe it might be innocent, it might be a skill issue, or it might be something which was not out of your control. You need to forgive yourself eventually. You need to bring out those anchors. You need to create a statement, and you need to flip the statement and make it into a positive one. Okay, so this my clients have done, and they have got really, they have been able to come out of the situation, that trap and that prison which they had created because that certain incident and certain event happened to them. Okay, so we need to let go of them, we need to understand ourselves, we need to forgive ourselves, we need to create empathy for ourselves. And this also helps us in making us feel good enough, because many of my clients were suffering from this issue, like I don't feel good enough, I have self-doubt. So all these self-doubts and not feeling good enough thing is connected to your childhood, the incidents where you were feeling shattered. Okay, those are the anchor points which drive us, and those are the anchor points which need to be replaced. And I give you a really simplified thing to replace your anchor points. Okay, I hope it was helpful. Okay, in case if you are not feeling good enough, in case if you want to come out of it and work harder for your goals, avoid procrastination, avoid those nasty emotions which are troubling you, you can definitely DM me, and we'll see how it works. And I have a 6 sessions coaching program, okay, in which I help you full-fledgedly, and with a very super focused way. I help my clients to create that that ball of positivity, or that spark of positivity within them, which is really required to become limitless. Okay, so I'll end this session. I hope you guys got value out of it, and have a lovely evening. Thank you so much.